surprise and inspire me today. All proceeds will be donated to the Odd Cat Sanctuary and to Special Olympics Massachusetts. Yeah. So, meet Maya. Anybody needs me to send you the link to Maya's Facebook page, I would be more than happy to do that. Maya, she's a cat. She may look a little different. She may act a little different. And she does need a little extra attention sometimes. Can you think of any cats here that are a little different, that require a little extra attention sometimes? But she is just like any other cat. Is that a laser pointer? That's a laser pointer. Isn't that awesome? She likes to run around. She likes to climb on things. Look at her eyes. After we're done with this book, I'm gonna. Well, you know what? There's a picture of Maya in the back, and I'll show you that picture. She likes to play with toys. She likes to eat yummy treats. She likes to talk a lot. Meow, meow, meow. When she's tired from doing all of that, she likes to sleep in fluffy blankets and cuddle with her family. So Maya looks a lot like Monty, if anybody follows Monty. Maya may be different, but you just have to get to know her. Once you do, you will see she's not really that different at all. She likes to be treated and loved just like everybody else. Nice to meet you. Oh, look at that. They actually have dragon in here. The dragon's on the other page. Very nice. Thanks for taking the time to read Maya's story. We hope it helps you see that everyone deserves love and acceptance. This book is based on a story of a wonderfully real cat, really named Maya. To learn more about Maya, check out her Instagram page at Meet Maya Cat. You can also check Facebook. She's also on Meet Maya Cat on Facebook. We are truly grateful to the Odd Cat Sanctuary in Salem, Massachusetts. They saved Maya's life, just like they save so many other cats every single day. They deserve all the support they can get. To learn more about the Odd Cat Sanctuary, find them on Facebook. And we still offer our full support to Special Olympics, an organization that provides free athletics programs to children and adults with intellectual disabilities in all 50 states and 172 countries globally. Within Massachusetts alone, Special Olympics works with 12,500 children and adults all across the state, holding nearly 300 sporting events each year. These programs not only improve athletic and social skills, but also build confidence and encourage inclusive. inclusion. Learn more at SpecialOlympicsMA.org. So here's a picture of Maya. You probably have seen her picture. And that's the story of Maya. Now we're going to read about Dragon, who is Maya's housemate. Maya, Dragon the scaredy cat. This book is dedicated to Dragon, who came into our lives by chance and taught us to take more chances, conquer our fears, embrace the unknown, and love unconditionally. All profits from this book will go directly toward All Worthy. All Worthy is a 501c3 nonprofit based in Massachusetts and founded by the Meet Maya Cat family. Funds from this book will be used to help teach kids and grown-ups too about disability and acceptance, helping build a more inclusive world. You can learn more at allworthy.org. So let me just show you these pictures before I get into the book. So here's Dragon. Like I said, Dragon is an all-black inky cat who cannot use his back legs. And here's a Dragon picture. Meet Dragon. She is a cat. A scaredy cat. Dragon has a mighty name, but she doesn't feel like a mighty dragon at all. She wants to be brave. She wants to be calm. But she is just too scared. She always wants her mom. Hello, Craig. She is scared of the dark and loud noises. And new people and new places. You see her under the couch there. Oh. Big scary vet. And spiders. And for some reason, she is scared of jelly beans. Her paws get shaky. Her heart beats fast. It's hard to breathe, and she wants to let it pass. And guess what? It does. It always gets better. Her family keeps her safe. And notice that that's Maya with Dragon. And her friends, and her new friends do too. Just take some deep breaths. It'll work for you too. One, two, three, Now wiggle it out. See, your hands get more still and your heart beats more slow. It gets easier to breathe, and we're ready to go. Thanks for taking the time to read Dragon's story.
I'll be back.
We hope this book helps you feel brave, calm, and worthy. And there is an awesome picture of Dragon here, right next to his drawing. So here is Dragon, and there is drawing. Is that cool? Very nice. This story is based on the story of a real cat named Dragon. Dragon is paralyzed in her back 2 legs, and she's always dragging herself around. Get it? Despite her back legs not working, Dragon can still run, play, climb, and live a happy and fulfilling life. That's why this book isn't about her paralysis at all. It's about her anxiety. Dragon struggles with an anxiety disorder, like many humans do. But she doesn't let it stop her. She takes medication to help, and her family works every day to make sure she feels safe, confident, and loved. We wrote this book so that everyone can know that it's okay to feel anxious, it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to receive a diagnosis. You are not alone, and everything will be okay. You will be okay. After all, our differences make our world stronger. Don't forget to follow the real-life Dragon story, and her sister too, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Meet Maya Cat. Learn more about Allworthy, our disability inclusion nonprofit, by visiting allworthy.org or find us on Instagram and Facebook. So that's Dragon, and let me see if I can find a couple of videos.
Sorry. Oh, jeez.
Faced off against
So what am I searching for?
Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls.
Followers, and I'm looking for Meet Maya Cat. Do I really have 354 I'm following?
Oh, God, I'm scaring everybody.
Aha, here we are. I'll show you a couple videos of Maya. Oh, I'm not even following Maya. Oh, that stinks.
What I can do?
Proof that Maya is 100% cat.
This nice cat tree we just got for Maya and Dragon. Oh, where is Maya though?
Connection's not great.
Oh, she's in the box.
There's Maya.
Lovely.
Typical cat.
Maya, we built this for you. And you want to play in here? We're about to throw this out. And look at this. Perfectly new. And this is what you want to play with.
Ugh, cat
Cool.
problems.
Real cool, dude. Nice.
Is that nice?
Look at this.
Ducks equals nope.
I'm trying to see if connection's not great. So let me see if there's a. Oh, look at little baby Maya. Oh. very cute. So that's Maya, and unfortunately, my connection isn't great. So I was going to look to see if I could find a video of Dragon. So we are going to read, and in the Wonky Donkey series, we're going to read The Grinny Granny Donkey. So this is kind of a sequel to the Wonky Donkey. So come in. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Yee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She was a clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Yee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew and dunk her biscuits in it. She was a donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. So that's a donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, and fall asleep in the afternoon sun. She was a zonky, donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, and then go for walks with her jewelry on. She was a clinky, clanky, zonky, donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on, and she always dressed smartly. She was a swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on, dress smartly, and she played her banjo to relax. She was a plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. Oh, God. That's hard to say. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip her favorite brew, dunk her biscuits in it, fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on, dress smartly, and play her banjo to relax. But if she hadn't had a visit from her family in a while, she would sometimes get grumpy and cranky. She was a granky, plunky, plinky, swanky, clinky, clanky, zonky, donkey, drinky, clunky donkey. There was a sweet donkey who lived on the heath. She was so funny with her false teeth. Hee-haw! But her teeth kept falling out. She loved to sip on her favorite brew, junk her biscuits in it, she'd fall asleep in the afternoon sun, go for walks with her jewelry on, dress smartly, play her banjo to relax, and sometimes she got grumpy and cranky. But when her son Wonky turned up with the cute granddaughter Dinky, that cranky granny donkey got so many cuddles and kisses that she couldn't get the smile off her face for weeks. She was a grinny granny plunky plinky, swanky clinky clanky, zonky donkey drinky clunky donkey. There was a grinny granny donkey who lived on the heath. She smiled so much you could see her false teeth. Hee-haw! So that is a sequel to the Wonky Donkey. And we have another sequel to the Wonky Donkey. This is called Wilby the Bumblebee. Wilby the Bumblebee. Wilby the Bumblebee lives in his life in your garden so happily. That's not easy. That is not easy to say. Up early in the morning till the evening hour, flying around from flower to flower. So this is Wilby the Bumblebee. Now everybody knows, I suppose, without bees in your garden, nothing grows. They take the pollen to where it's supposed to be. That's how nature works. Good job, Willoughby. Is it Wilby or Willoughby? Wilby.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Now, bumblebees from the day they are born wear a black and yellow jersey just to keep themselves warm. Doesn't sound like there's any tongue twisters in this one. And Wilby's was special. It was a perfect fit because Wilby's mother had knitted it. There's the pictures. Wilby was out one sunny day. Unknown to him, his jersey had begun to fray. And his jersey caught where it was torn, right at the end of a rose's thorn. And as Wilby flew away, he did not stop. His jersey unraveled from the bottom to the top, and when he realized this, he lost his hum. He was showing the whole garden his bare bum. Well, with no jersey and being late in the day, Wilby was so cold he couldn't fly away. He was frightened and all alone, and all he wanted to do was get home. Ooh. Focus. Focus. There we go. Now, Monica the butterfly, she flew down. She told Wilby to wipe off his frown. She'd seen what happened, and she thought she knew what to do. She gathered all the wool up, and off she flew. I don't think so, Candy. I think it's still there. With the unraveled wool, she flew to Spider Steve and asked him to help because she knew he could weave. With a twist of his arm, she had him agree he would weave the wool they had and make a new jersey, but not the state. Now, Spider Steve, he finished so quickly. He used a pattern he found in Woman's Weekly. Moni, with a smile, she thanked him so. But Wilby needed help, and now she had to go.
I got my dinner.
Oh, can't forget that.
No, I was a man.
She found Wilby where he was last. She said, "Quick, put this on really, really fast." With his new jersey on, he got back his hum. All his bits were warmed up, even his bum. Wilby hugged Moni with a big "thank you." He asked her to thank Spider Steve for him too. Now back to his house he had to go, for he knew Mum would worry because she loved him so. This must be from the UK, this book, because it says Mum. And there was a couple other things that had the English spelling. Now, on a sunny day in your backyard, you might still see Wilby working hard, from flower to flower and carefree, wearing his new black and yellow jersey. Like, I don't think we call sweaters jersey. Let me see. Something else caught my eye in this that I thought it might be from. Something else really. Frey. Where's his thorn? Lost his hum. Oh, his bare bum. That's what it was, because that's usually a British term. Alright. I got 2 more books. One of them has a soundtrack. So, that's actually a really fantastic book. Hopefully this will work, but I was really hoping Heron was going to be on, because I got this book for Heron. Henry the Heron, heading south. Every year when the wind turns cold and the trees start losing their leaves, birds pack their bags and head off on holiday. Ooh, another British term. Birds of all colors, shapes, and sizes make their journey south. Meeting up with cousins along the way, they stop off to rest in exotic locations such as the beautiful Barra. During their stay on the Isle of Barra, the parents would go to the shops and the children would play at the beach. The beaches of Barra are wonderful, with golden sands and blue seas. The children, there's a little popcorn near me. With golden sands and blue seas, the children swoop, dive, and splash, having the time of their lives. As the Barra summer was coming to an end, it was time for all the families to pack up their bags and begin making their way south from the cold towards a hot island of paradise. Since there are so many birds of the sky during this journey, it can be hard for Mummy and Daddy to see their children. They are always told to stay close by. However, back in Barra, little Henry the Heron awakened to find that everyone had disappeared. Help! Help! Henry had been exploring the deep dark caves when he decided to take a little nap. Mama! Dada! Shouted Henry, but no one replied. Then Henry heard a voice. It sounded like it was coming from far in the distance, until he looked down and saw a crab. "What's your name?" asked the crab, to which Henry replied, "My name is Henry. What's yours?" "I'm Colin. Colin the crab." "Well," Colin continued, "you have got yourself in a bit of a pickle. But not to worry, I'll help you find your family." Henry and Colin made their way back to the beach where Henry last saw his mummy and daddy. When they arrived, they found that a new family of birds had made camp for the night. Henry had never seen this type of bird before, and they didn't play the same way his brothers and sisters did. The new family started squawking and dancing. Soon, Henry and Colin were surrounded by them. "Hi, Catbee." Henry was very scared, however. Colin, although very small, stuck up his arms and started snapping his claws. The birds flew away, and Colin said, "Let's go and explore the island. You will be safe with me at your side, Henry." Henry the Heron was only small, and he hadn't yet mastered using his wings. So off they walked into the village to see if there had been any clues left by Henry's family. When they arrived in the village, it was a sea of people scurrying around the place, children playing and grown-ups doing their shopping. Excuse me. As they walked past the market, a fisherman picked up Colin the crab and placed him in a tank on the back of his truck. "How did you get out?" the fisherman wondered. Henry jumped on top of the tank and tried to open the lid, but it was no good. Colin the crab shouted to Henry the Heron, "Go run, fly, and find your family before it's too late!" Henry the Heron stood silent for a few seconds before saying, "No, you stuck up for me, now it's time for me to stick up for you, because that's what friends do for each other." Colin the crab smiled, and with all their might they tried pushing and lifting the lid together. Just as they managed to lift up the lid, the fisherman's truck started moving, throwing Henry off the back and onto the road with a big thud, slamming the lid shut again. Colin the crab shouted out, "Henry!" But the truck carried on. Henry quickly realized that the only way to catch up to the truck would be to fly. More determined than ever, Henry sat himself up and prepared for takeoff. With his little legs running faster than ever before, he started flapping his wings, and before he knew it, he was in the air on a rescue mission to save Colin the crab. Henry saw the truck start to slow down, and he knew this was his chance to save Colin. But something else crossed Henry the Heron's mind. Henry had never landed before. Not by himself. So, Henry took a big gulp and aimed for the tank where Colin the Crab inside. And with an almighty crash, Henry the Heron broke through the lid and smashed into the tank. Yes, I'm okay, Henry said, but we must move quickly. Henry, Colin shouted with joy, are you okay? The fisherman heard the noise, and before he could catch Henry and Colin, they were off, flying higher than Henry had ever been before. Have you ever been south for the winter, Colin? I had never left my cave before you came along, Colin replied. Well, how about you come with me, Henry asked. There's beautiful sunshine and golden beaches with all the rock pools you could ever dream to explore, and no rain to keep you indoors. You had me at rock pools, Colin replied. So Henry turned around, and together they started the journey south. I'm just wondering if in the next book if the Colin is considered an invasive species. No. They had been flying for a few days before Colin shouted out, "Look over there!" Hold on tight, Colin. They started diving towards the beach, spiraling down faster and faster before landing with an almighty crash. Down on a small beach, on an even smaller island, were a group of birds that looked very familiar. They made such a clatter when landing, it attracted all the birds on the island to them, and they were surrounded once again. I do too, T-Cat. This time, though, as Colin was ready to raise his claws, a voice shouted out, "Henry! Henry!" Henry recognized the voice. "Mama! Mama!" called Henry. Henry and his parents were overcome with emotion as they hugged each other ecstatically. The rest of the flock started dancing and singing as Henry and his family were reunited. They could now continue the journey south together. The end. And that is Henry the Heron. So, oh, certificate of authenticity. Okay. So, I got this maybe last year. This is a children's book called Wild Symphony, and it's, I actually got it autographed by Dan Brown. Dan Brown is the guy who wrote the Da Vinci Code, and he wrote this really wonderful children's book. So there's his signature. Really, really good book. So this actually is like a multimedia book, and he's got an app to play with the book. So hopefully you can hear this. All right. W-I Wild Symphony. Says, point your camera at any page in the book and listen to that animal's song, or click the arrow to begin. Now, Dan Brown also wrote all of the music for this book. So, point your camera at any page of the book and listen to that. Let me see if I can do that too. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. All right, This is not a normal book. You can listen. If you want, scan the square. Music soon will fill the air. If you like to hear music while you read this book, just scan the QR code to visit Wild Symphony. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dark Cat. All right, so let me put this down. Maestro Mouse. I'm Maestro Mouse. I'll be your guide, so come along on my wild ride. You'll meet my friends. They're smart and fun. I think you'll love them, every one. They live in jungles, ponds, and trees, out in fields and under seas. Each one teaches something new, a secret lesson just for you. My friends and I, we have a plan. Try to guess it if you can. Listen well and use your eyes. I think you'll love our big surprise. I'll hide some clues along the way, a hidden game. Come on, let's play. Don't forget, hold your phone over any page to continue, or just tap the arrows below. But I don't know how to do that. I'm not really. Alright, so. Next page. Woodbird Welcome. As the sunrise starts to glow, woodland birds all say hello. Honking, hooting, chirping, peeping, squawking, tweeting, cooing, cheeping. It's so noisy, all those birds. A jumbled rush of birdly words. But if you pause for not too long, you'll hear each bird's own special song. It says, even when life seems messy, there's beauty to be found everywhere. Oh, I forgot to show you Maestro Mouse's. Alright, let me get this ready. Next page, let me, new music. Bouncing Kangaroo. Kangaroo. Teach me how to bounce like you. Bouncing high, bouncing low. Bouncing everywhere you go. Bounce to run, kaboing, kaboing. Bounce for fun, kafoing, kafoing. Bounce and eat, ka-choo, ka-choo. Bounce and sleep, ka-snooze, ka-snooze. When you shake your kanga tail and bounce along the kanga trail. I wish I bounced like you. I want to be a kanga too. And it says, it's great to admire the skills of others, but don't forget that you have special talents too. All right, next one. Clumsy Kittens. I'm having a little problem with this volume. There we go. Jumping here, landing there. Tabletop to kitchen chair. Tree to fence to porch to roof. Floor to couch and stool to oof! Even though they sometimes fall, they don't seem to mind at all. Always landing on their feet. Never crying in defeat. When life trips them up a bit, cats just make the best of it. And it says, falling down is part of life. The best thing to do is get back on your feet. So these are the Clumsy Kittens. And each page has its own soundtrack. Next one is called The Ray. Hammerhead and Maury Eel loudly tell you how they feel. But the fish just stare and sigh when the ray goes gliding by. Strong and graceful, silent too. Could the ray be just like you? Sometimes a lot of noise is not the best way to get attention. Being quiet and graceful can work even better. Look at that picture. Isn't that beautiful? The hammerhead, other fish, and we got the ray. Blue heron, you just missed the heron book. All right, next. Happy Hippo. The hippo loves a muddy pond with clumps of weeds to nibble on. He's happy just to float and munch. He's got his home. He's got his lunch. He doesn't wish he had the sky. Life's too short to moan and cry. He just wants to splash and sing. Life is such a simple thing. And it says sometimes you get caught up in the confusing parts of life that you forget to enjoy the small things. Let's see if the next one is... Yes. Frogs in a bog. Hi, Canby. Croakers, peepers, happy frogs. Sing together in the bogs. Oh, it is, Craig. I love this book. This book is wonderful. Sing together in the bogs. Big ones, small ones, fat ones too. Green and brown and even blue. No one's right and no one's wrong. Everyone just sings along. All of us are different sizes, shapes, and colors. If we work together, we can make wonderful music. Comedy. Next is Anxious Ostrich. When she's stressed or feeling hurt, she sticks her head down in the dirt. Here she finds a peaceful space and doesn't feel so out of place. But soon her hiding trick must end to eat her lunch or see a friend. And once she's spent some time away, she feels recharged to face the day. When you feel overwhelmed, it's okay to take time for yourself. The Armadillo Shell. An armadillo is really smart. He's got a shell. He's got a heart. He's got a shell when days are bad to keep out things that make him sad. But when his days are really good, he opens up just like he should. He's not afraid to show his heart. That's the way the friendships start. It's okay to block out bad things, but don't forget to open up and bite the good things in. Dancing Boar. I was in a jungle once and heard some gruffly grunty grunts. I crept in closer to explore, and I saw a pack of frightful boar. Their snarly, sniffly snouts were scary, curving tusks, all sharp and hairy. Then I saw, to my surprise, the boar were chasing butterflies. They spun, they twirled, they danced about, having fun without a doubt. Their faces looked so fierce and mean. I guess some things aren't what they seem. Sometimes nice things come in not so pretty packages. Patient ponies. Love to gallop, never trot. Hate to stay in just one spot. Running circles, life's a race. Got to set a faster pace. Looking forward, never down. Missing clovers on the ground. As tomorrow comes your way, don't forget to live today. Tomorrow will be soon enough. Slow down and enjoy today. This should be good. Another underwater one. This is called Wondrous Whale. The biggest creature of them all isn't hairy, mean, or tall. He's sleek and kind of soft and blue, long and smooth and gentle, too. 100 feet from mouth to tail, yes, you guessed it, a big blue whale. A whale can do a wondrous thing underwater. He can sing. It's how he talks to other whales and shares with them his whaley tales. His voice can echo through the sea 200 miles and sometimes 3. So if you ever take a swim and dare to stick your head way in, you'll just might hear a distant song, a whale who hopes you'll sing along. If you listen carefully to nature, you'll hear conversations all around you. I find it very interesting that Dan Brown wrote all of the music too. This is called Cheetah Chase. You can't see her creeping low, inching forward, slow, slow, slow. Even when you squint and stare, you see nothing. Nothing's there. Then whoosh, a flash of yellow fur. A streaking blaze, a cheetah blur. In a heartbeat, she could shift from super slow to super swift. But when a cheetah runs so fast, her cheetah speed will never last. And so she stops to breathe and rest. A baobab tree for naps is best. She gives a yawn and then a snore. And then whoosh! She runs some more. It's important to give everything you've got, but don't forget to rest and refill your tank. Eager elephant. Ta-ta-da, ta-ta-dee. Practice singing just like me. Yes, it's hard, but she won't quit. Soon you'll get the hang of it. Mama teaches, baby learns. Brother giggles in the ferns. Then at last she gets it right. Ta-ta-da! They'll dance all night. Nobody gets it right the first time. Just keep practicing. You will catch on. Next one, related to the elephant. This is called Rat Attack. You run and hide when rats are near. Dash away and shake in fear. But if you stop and think a bit, you'll see it should be the opposite. You're bigger, louder, smarter too. The rat should run away, not you. Sometimes we're afraid of the silliest things. Busy beetles. busy beetles, digging in their little feedles, working slowly as a turtle, building homes in garden dirtle. But the beetles, bit by bittle, keep on going, never quittle. When at last the work is done, then it's time to have some fun. Then it says there's time for work and there's time for play. There's time for both every day. Next is Spider on a Web. In the woods you stop and shriek. There's something sticky on your cheek. A spider's web you almost broke. Blah! Ooh, yuck! You gasp and choke. But as you start to run away, hello Susie S. There's something there that makes you stay. Diamond somehow caught in flight, hanging in the bright moonlight. A shining net of silver gray. Who thought you'd see a web that way? A masterpiece some spider spun. Now aren't you glad you didn't run? There's beauty in unexpected places. Keep your eyes open. You might be surprised. This is called Brilliant Bat. Even though a bat can't see, he never flies into a tree. He never smacks into your house. He's more than just a flying mouse. He has no sight, but has no fears, because he knows how well he hears. He really doesn't need to see. He's learned to listen carefully. Being a good listener will always help you find your way. This is a very cute picture. Next is called Swan in a Mist. In a mist I see a swan. By herself, her friends are gone. She must be sad there all alone, paddling softly on her own. But then I see she's got a smile. She wants to be alone a while. Time to think and time to rest. She likes this special time the best. Time with family and friends is fun, but time alone can be special too. We are almost done this book. I actually love this book. I love the accompanying music. It's just fantastic. Cricket Lullaby. There are times when we just look like when we read a picture book. But if we use our ears to spy, there's more to life than meets the eye. At night a field looks dark and bare. Our eyes are certain nothing's there. But our ears hear things that eyes can pass. Our ears hear crickets in the grass. Now and then, close your eyes and listen. You might see something new. Yeah, I love this book, Dark Cat, and I think it's unbelievable that it is beautiful. I remember when I got this book and I was showed it to Bonnie, and when I read it the first time, I loved it, and I was telling Bonnie about it, about how great this is. All right, here comes the last part. This is the symphony. Is that it? Don't forget. Yeah. So this is the end of the book, and this is all the symphony with all of the animals. I also love the allegory of this book. So this is what Dan Brown wrote. Dear readers, long before I wrote stories, I wrote music. My parents were both musicians and teachers, and I grew up practicing classical piano, singing in choirs, and attending lots of concerts. Music was a secret sanctuary for me as a kid. It calmed me when I felt frustrated. I was a trusted friend when I felt lonely, helped me express my joy and when I was happy, and best of all, sparked my creativity and imagination. Every now I play piano. Even now, I play piano every day, usually after I finish a long day of writing. Thank you, Norma. Music is kind of storytelling, and the orchestral movements in Wild Symphony, combined with the accompanying poems and illustrations, all work together. Like a code of sorts. Get it? The Da Vinci Code? All work together to tell a story and reveal a funny or interesting side of an animal's personality. If you listen carefully, you might be able to find each animal hiding in the music. Even better, every animal in this book will share with you a simple moral, a fun collection of secrets to life that will help you on your way. I hope you find you have as much fun experiencing Wild Symphony as I had creating it. Isn't that great? So this is called, yes, this is really incredible. Yeah, Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code guy. I don't think Tom Hanks is going to be starring in this book, though, in this movie. But I think I don't know if I bought 2 copies and I gave one away. I'm not sure. But I remember seeing the advertisement that I could get an autographed copy, which is fine. I don't really care about autographed copies, but really turned out to be a great book. So that is it for today. So I am going to be traveling to New Jersey next Wednesday, but I am going to call Jackie tomorrow to see if I can maybe come in Tuesday. Thank you, Ms. M. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was not feeling good at all last week. I wasn't sure what was going on. Oh, thank you, Blue Heron. And Blue Heron, this is the other book I read. That was the book that's the book I bought a couple weeks ago. So hopefully, and we'll keep it on chat if we move the date. I'm going to ask Jackie if we could do it Tuesday, because the next 2 Wednesdays I have something to do, so I don't want to skip those days. So, and I think what I'm going to do is one of those days is going to be all about kitties with disabilities, the whole thing. I have a couple CH books. We got Betty Tales. You know, let's see if it's still in here. I actually bought like 10 of these books. Betty Tales, A True Story of a Brave Bobblehead Cat, and I still have my copy, and I bought a whole bunch of them for Jackie to kind of either give away or give as prizes. So I will do that. All right. So, Henry the Impatient Heron. Huh? Well, this is Henry the Heron heading south. So, all right, everybody. Thank you again for a great day, great night. And keep your eyes open on Chatters to see if I'm going to come in Tuesday or not. Thanks, everybody. Here's me. Bye, Candy. Bye, Magic.